super excited about today's video. What on earth is inside of that snake? We need to find out, but this gets a little dicey, so here's a disclaimer.
It's fun to eat supper with your family.
Except right now. Do not eat dinner with your family while watching this video because it gets a little intense. Put your snacks away. You can eat them later. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave us a comment. We love your comments. Some of them. We love some of your comments. Some of your comments are terrible.
We tend to feed a lot of ball pythons generally when we keep them. They often eat like live rats, and you really sometimes it's a credit to the keeper when you get a ball python that eats frozen rats. Well, when they eat live rats, this animal coils, and sometimes the rat will bite in there, and what it will do, it will introduce exterior coliform bacteria into the body mass of this closed system of the snake. And in this case, you get some scarring, but worse, you get a granuloma. And that's the body trying to encapsulate a potential foreign body and an outside pathogen. This has actually grown at an alarming rate. So, you know, sometimes these guys get bit. And we're actually gonna see what is actually inside.
How long has it been like this?
Well, that's a good question. It's something we noticed recently, but I think this has been a while in the making, and it was just very easy. You know, the snake can easily coil up. My people are going through racks. They might not notice it. I happened to notice it the other day.
How is it keeping it from living a normal life?
Right now, this is more probably aesthetic. This animal's still eating and doing everything. But I think what's going to happen without any resolve, there's multiple granulomas going on here, it appears. I would say that it will just continue to grow. So at this point, we want to excise that material from the animal's body and just clean it out and maybe throw a couple sutures into it. First thing is, wow, this is really interesting. Okay, so I feel like we have three different things going on here. So we've been cleaning that off. So she's been soaking in chlorhexidine solution. I know. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna incise right between the scales. Okay, your camera.
What? Am I in the way?
No, yeah, a little bit, yeah. Hi, sweetie. It's a sheath, so it's like a pocket, right? So now, look at that, that's crazy. So it's a sac that surrounds this. It's not very vasculated. There you go.
Look at all that crap.
Yep. Okay, so what we have this little pouch, but you see there's really not a lot going on in there. So what we would do here, we can flush this out. So I like doing this on like a towel because I have a place for all this water to go. And Jacob's face.
Yep.
very clean, very clean. So if you can see in there, see that? Not a lot of blood at all. So we got to find the 3. I started on that first one and then I got distracted with the second one. Okay, ready?
Yep. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, that's just unbelievable. Really, really. So this is the body really dealing with foreign body in it. So when a rat bites into the snake's body, it's basically inoculating that animal. It's putting in foreign bacteria and all this in there. So once again, I can get in there and flush it out. So there's one there and there's one here. So it's this one behind here.
Yeah.
But you can see, so like little, that's how your body is dealing with stuff. It isolates it and it tries to deal with it. In this case, it's very...
You're gonna end up leaving that bag in there?
yeah, that's part of the body.
Okay.
So I wouldn't even suture that shut. We're gonna try leaving it open. So we have 2 of those right there. So, I mean, you can see right now that kind of closes up okay. Okay. Very waxy. Very, very clean though. So what's really good about this, I don't see a lot going on with an active infection. This is the body, this is a lot of like white blood cells. They're just basically lymph and trying to manage all of this. All right, so that's that one, I think. Yeah, very clean, very, very clean. Okay, so that's the sac. That's what's in it. Really amazing. So one thing, the trick to do is when I close her up, I'm gonna use a stitch here, 2 stitches there, 2 stitches there, and you wanna make it so it can drain. And then we do supportive antibiotics. I don't know how long that anesthesia will last, but just look at that, that's just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
So if I wanted to be more invasive, I would actually remove these sacs. And I have, limited abilities because I can't actually put her under with like isoflurane. And whenever you put anesthesia, put snakes through anesthesia or reptiles, they can not always react like we would hope. Okay, so let's take a look at this. She's not impressed, I assure you. First of all, being held. So what we have here is the sacks. So if I wanted to go further, what I would do is I actually cut the sacks out, and then I would stitch those shut, and then I would actually then stitch the outside. But right now I'm really interested about this being able to drain, and then a lot of that swelling I think will go down over time. And I'm hopefully that anesthetic, I use dental techniques, but I just inject that area and just try to numb it up. All right, so now that's about as much as I can do.
All right.
Finding a vet to do this can be a struggle, and something like this that's very, in my opinion, is superficial. So you could do this with local anesthesia. So you just basically, you're numbing the wound, and you just want to adhere to some basic, at least hopefully, you know, we'll see how everything goes, but you want to keep it clean. You want to get in there, remove the foreign material, and get her suture back up and get her on antibiotics. And you can see she's not losing her mind. You know, being restrained like that was probably pretty tough on her.
Yeah, we don't recommend you do this.
No, not at all.
Okay.
I've been faced with a huge amount of things over the years, and I mean, so Jeremy's retic that we did with the egg-bound retic that really looked, you know, pretty gnarly and invasive. She's back to eating and whatnot, so hopefully we can get this one straight. And
thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching, as always, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and your commentary. I did wear gloves.
What do you do with those gloves, Kevin? Oh, that's not what we do with gloves.
So, what are gloves for, folks? Donnie, what are these gloves for?
They're aesthetics to make you look like a surgeon.
More importantly, you know what they really are? Because this surface, I can basically put an antibacterial on this surface, but if I'm a doctor, and I can make my hands antibacterial too, so I can put them in there and wash them and do all this crazy stuff. But when I'm doing surgery after surgery after surgery, and I keep doing that to my hand, I'm getting rid of all the oils. It's very caustic to my hands. So when I wear gloves, it's protecting my hands. It's not, once I do the proper thing with these gloves, it's not protecting the animal more than if I were just using my hands that I've already treated too. So people get that thing wrong. So whenever I wear gloves, they're gonna think, wow, look how professional that is and look how clean that is. If I'm a cigarette smoker and I'm picking up frogs, I'm doing that because I'm protecting the frog from the nicotine and the other nasties that are coursing through my blood and then coming out my pores. And certainly being a human and the American diet, although I don't eat as much of the American diet as most people, we still have bad things coming through. So if I'm touching amphibians and stuff like that. So I just want to get people to understand that.
That was a bonus rant for you true fans. All right, if you guys liked the video, hit the like button. If you haven't yet, sub and leave us a comment, please. Bye. I gotta turn my camera on, dude.
You didn't turn your camera on!